Hi guys, it's me again. I'm back with my bucket of tales and wonders. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get straight to it, shall we? And today's topic is going to be all about whale sharks. This is epic. I've been waiting for this to come up. I'm going to be telling you about the time I went swimming with these amazing creatures. And if you stick around to the end, I will also let you know the answer to the most important question, which is, was it worth it? So stick around for that. Okay, so just for a little bit of context, when I spent a year in Australia, oh my gosh, I am sounding Australian. When I spent a year in Australia, I did it through a working holiday visa because it really just isn't an option to live and work for a whole year in Australia on the money you have. Unless, of course, you are super rich. But I am a mere mortal, so I did everything on a backpacker's budget. And some of my favourite memories when I was travelling was when I got to just take in all the natural beauty, and explore the mountains and lakes and waterfalls. And Australia is a great place to do that because they have all these amazing national parks across the country. Whale sharks, I know, I'm getting to that. The reason I am mentioning all of this is because when you're on a backpacker's budget, you often have to give up those little luxuries that you hold dear, like your favourite brand of coffee or your personal hygiene standards. Other times it is worth splashing just a little bit of cash for those experiences you just can't get anywhere else. For me, that was the chance to swim with whale sharks. Only 0.01% of the world's population have swam with the biggest fish in the ocean, and I am now one of them. In case you don't know what a whale shark looks like, here's a picture. I hope that worked. They're essentially these giant sharks with these amazing markings all over their body, and each one is unique. So that means that you can identify a whale shark from the spots on their body, kind of like a fingerprint. Isn't that cool? Not only that, but whale sharks can grow up to 15 meters long. To put that into perspective, a great white shark can grow up to about 6 meters. Australia is a great place to see these creatures because of their migration patterns. The best time to see them is between March and September as they migrate north to the warmer waters during the summer months. But whale sharks can really be found in most of the tropical oceans, so off of the coast of Australia, India, South America, Africa, all over the place. But in Australia, the most popular place to go see the whale sharks by far is at the Ningaloo Reef. Now, along the Ningaloo Reef, there are so many companies that offer tours to go swimming with whale sharks. If you two decide that swimming with whale sharks is something you'd like to try, then make sure you shop before you buy. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, it just did. Okay, now to the day itself. So we got picked up from the caravan park in Exmouth about 7 a.m. It was a 40-minute drive down to the pier. We picked up different people along the way. And when we got to the pier, there was like a little motorboat that transported us in groups over to the actual boat. Tours will always be limited to around 20 people. And when we got on the boat, we were given a complimentary breakfast and we were given all our equipment that we need. So snorkel, flippers, wetsuit, and also a sting suit. Just in case. We were told that it was the end of the jellyfish season, so we shouldn't really have anything to worry about. It's just a precaution. I can tell you now, she lied. So not long after breakfast, they sounded this loud horn to signal that they had found a whale shark. And the way they found whale sharks is pretty cool. We have our crew on board, but they also have what's called a spotter plane. So there's literally someone in the sky searching in the water for whale sharks. They're very big creatures and they often swim very close to the surface, so you can see kind of the dark areas in the water where the whale sharks are. And then the plane will indicate where the boat needs to go. So in order not to spook any of the animals, we are split into two groups, and I'm in the second group. When it came to my turn, I had my sort of GoPro in hand and I was putting on my flippers, you know, getting really excited. And I kind of sat there with bated breath with my goggles on, just like waiting, wondering what's happening. And it became very apparent quite quickly that something was wrong. So it turns out that the whale shark had done a dive down into the water. Now, whale sharks have been known to dive down as deep as 1.7 kilometers. That's the equivalent of 17 football pitches. That's deep. But I swear this whale shark is messing with us, because a few minutes later, the horn goes off again. They found the whale shark. So all of a sudden, the guides are like, go, 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 go. But as soon as we entered the water, the sharks were gone again. Go, 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 go. I mean, all I can think is that the shark was just loving it. He was having a whale of a time. Dear diary, I finally did it. I made a funny. But they do say third time's charm, and that certainly was the case for us. The horn went off again, flippers on, we're in the water, and we're just kind of looking around and waiting. And all of a sudden, our guide just shouts, "Look down!" So I just kind of put my face in the water and I just see this giant gaping mouth coming right towards me. And I panic, I flip out because I was wearing flippers. I did it again! I didn't even plan that one. So my fight or flight instinct just kicked in and I just start bashing the water and running away as fast as I can. And I turned back and I just saw this majestic creature float on by. And as the creature passed, we all kind of read each other's minds and was like, oh, we need to swim now. Okay. But I can't see the shark anymore. I just see white froth all around me as we're all panicking. And before I know it, the whale shark is gone. That's it. So we had to get back on the boat, but not for long because the horn went off again and we were back to it. This time we were much more successful at spotting the whale shark. It was much slower, so I got a much better look and I was able to finally kind of enjoy time watching this amazing creature swim by. And even though they call it a shark, it's not really like any other shark you've seen before. There's no scary glint in its eye, it's got no sharp teeth in its jaw, and it just glides through the water with its mouth wide open. It looks like it's smiling, and it was just amazing to watch. That was one thing that I loved about the company I did my tour with. They were very wary of keeping the animals safe and letting this be an experience that both us and the animal can benefit from. So the company I toured with is a certified ecotourism business, and they are accredited by the Tourism Council of Western Australia, which means they adhere to the best and most environmentally friendly practices. They also work with Ecocean and participate in deep oil research, which increases community awareness for the whale sharks and marine life in general. I'll put some links in the description so you can check them out for yourselves. So that's swimming with whale sharks. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and I would encourage anyone to give it a go. Having said that, there are some things you should consider before forking out the cash. I noticed that as the day went on, people were starting to sit out on swimming with the sharks. Don't forget that these creatures are constantly swimming, and that means you have to be constantly swimming too. And sometimes people run out of energy and they end up missing out on some of the experience. If you think that you might not have the energy, glass bottom boat tours are a great alternative. All companies have their own personal photographer who will be taking photos and videos throughout the day, which you can then take away on a USB stick. Some companies will include this in the price of the tour. Some will charge you an additional $50 or $60 on top. So make sure you know if those photos are included or not. You can of course take your own waterproof camera if you like, but if you don't have anything, it might be worth considering getting the USB stick. You can also request for the pictures to be sent to you via a Dropbox link, which is a good option if you are going to be sharing this footage with you and your friends. I have to say I was disappointed in the lack of photos of me in all the footage. Don't forget that they are taking pictures of not just you, but of everyone on the boat. So you might not get as many pictures and videos as you would have liked, but if you have no other way of capturing the moment, it might be worth thinking about. Check what their whale shark guarantee policy is. If on the rare occasion that you do not see any whale sharks, some companies will offer a partial refund, and others will say that you can come back on another day and try again. The company that I went with, they offered a voucher where you could come back at any time within a 3-year period. Plus, it doesn't even have to be you that uses the voucher. You can give it to any of your friends. So I thought that was really cool. And another thing, seasickness. Now, I know it sounds obvious, but my friend unfortunately got quite a bad case of seasickness on the day that we went, and he didn't actually enter the water at all. So he missed out on seeing any whale sharks. And it's unfortunate because he didn't get any of his money back. You know, the whale sharks were there, he just didn't see them. Just to be clear, he had never experienced seasickness before. I think just him being on a small boat on choppy water must have pushed him over the edge. I'm talking about the seasickness here. No one actually pushed him over the edge of the boat. This could so easily be edited out of context right now. I've pushed him over the edge, into the water. I've pushed him over the edge, into the water. He's fine. So just bear in mind that conditions can be unpredictable and you will not be compensated if you are sick and miss out. So what is the price of swimming with whale sharks? Depending on the time of year, you could be paying anywhere between $250 and $300. Like I said earlier, do your research to get the best price. We went to several different places before deciding on our tour company, and you'll be surprised about the discounts you could get if you tell people that you are shopping around and you have found a cheaper price elsewhere. More often than not, they will try and price match it or do better. Because don't forget, these are expensive excursions and all of these places need to be filled on the boats. Now, the whale shark season is between March and September, with the peak season going from June to August. If you are going in peak season, you might have to book further in advance for the date you want. And of course, this means the prices will probably be much more expensive. But if you book after peak season, so late August to September, you could find that you get a much better deal. Also, you don't have to book as far in advance, because they do say that when you go in sort of September time, you have less chance of actually spotting any whale sharks. But we went in September and we were absolutely fine. And you probably will be too, but it's just good knowledge to have when making your decision. All of these companies also do tours swimming with humpback whales and with manta rays. These aren't things I've had the pleasure of experiencing yet, but it is 100% on my bucket list. And if you haven't already guessed by now, it is definitely worth the money to go swimming with whale sharks. I've never experienced anything like it in my life, and I don't think I'm ever going to forget it. Okay, can you do me a favor and please let me know if this video has inspired you to go swimming with whale sharks? Or maybe you never even thought that was a possibility before and now you do. Or can you let me know if you've already been swimming with whale sharks? Where did you do it? What was the experience like? I always love reading your comments and emails. Please keep them coming. Keep subscribing, and I will look forward to making more videos for you. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye!